Good morning, students. Last class we are done with the zero order reaction, the integrated rate equation for zero order and the half-life period. Now we are going to do first order reaction. What is the first order reaction? The reaction in which rate is directly proportional to the first power of the concentration of reactant. Again, I am repeating, the reaction in which rate is directly proportional to the first power of concentration of reactant. That means if I consider the hypothetical reaction R to P, same hypothetical reaction I am considering, but the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the first power of the concentration of reactant. That means concentration of the reactant raised to the power 1. When I remove the proportionality sign, I put the constant K. So rate is equal to KR. Now rate in the differential form minus dr by dt is equal to KR. I'm just rearranging the equation dr by r. I bring r this side and I take the negative sign and dt this side. Now on integrating both the sides, I am integrating both the sides of equation. What we get? Integral dr by r is equal to minus k, it is constant, so outside integral dt. The integration of dr by r is ln r. ln is the natural logarithm, or you can say log to the base e. It is equal to minus kt plus I. I is the integration constant. Earlier also we have done it, कि I will be the integration constant. Now, if t is equal to 0, that means when we have just put the reactant in the test tube, the initial time t is equal to 0. Then R will be equal to R0. That is the initial concentration of the reactant. R will be equal to R0. That is the initial concentration of the reactant. I am substituting these two values in equation 2. Substituting in equation 2. What we get by substituting equation 2? ln R0 is equal to minus k into 0 plus I. So ln R0 is equal to I. We know the value of the integration constant I. I am substituting the value of I, value of I in equation 2. This is the equation. I am substituting the value of I. So my equation becomes ln R is equal to minus kt plus ln R0. This is your equation 3. Now I am rearranging this equation. I take kt this side, so it becomes plus kt, and ln R0 minus ln R. Now you must know log A minus log B means log A upon B. So it is ln R0 minus ln R. So it will be equal to ln R0 by R. The rate constant K will be equal to 1 upon T ln R naught by R. And we know that ln is a natural logarithm equal to 2.303 log to the base 10. So substituting the value of ln in this equation, we get k is equal to 2.303 upon t log to the base 10 R naught upon R. This is your integrated rate equation for the first order reaction. K is a rate constant, R naught is the initial concentration of the reactant, R is the concentration of the reactant at time t. Suppose you take t as 10 minutes, so whatever is the concentration of the reactant at 10 minutes, that will be R. If you take t as 20 minutes, whatever the concentration of reactant at 20 minutes, that will be R. So this is how the integrated rate law for a first order reaction. Now let us make graphs based on your first order reaction. Now first of all, I am making a graph from this. Can you see? Rate is directly proportional to the first power of the concentration of reactant. So that means if I make a graph between rate and concentration of the reactant, it is directly proportional and you will get a graph like this. So this is the graph from this equation. Now I am making the graph according to equation 3. From equation 3. What is equation 3? ln R is equal to minus kT plus ln R naught. Again, it resembles a straight line equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Now, what I do? I take y as ln R. I take x as t. M is the slope, minus k it is negative. The slope is equal to minus k. And the intercept is ln R naught. So this is the graph from equation 3. This is the graph from this equation. This is the graph from equation 3. Now we are going to make a graph from equation 4. This is your equation 4. Now equation 4 also represents a straight line equation. You can just see how I am writing. Y is equal to mx plus c. What is y in this case? Y is ln R naught upon R. What is x in this case? T. Can you see? There is no c here. So what we consider c here? 0. So intercept is 0 and slope is k. K is positive in this case. So your graph is like this. And slope will be equal to k. So we have made the graph according to equation 3, equation 4, and the first relationship, that rate is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactant raised to the power 1. Now we are making few more graphs by modifying equation number 4. Let us see. We are making few more graphs by modifying equation number 4. According to equation 4, Kt is equal to ln R naught upon R. We know that I can write Kt is equal to 2.303 log to the base 10 R naught upon R. I can take 2.303 this side. I can write it like this. Log to the base 10 R naught upon R. This I put as equation number 6. This I put as equation number 6. Now I am making a graph according to equation number 6. You can see that it also resembles a straight line equation. Let us see how. This is y is equal to mx plus c. So on the y-axis, I will plot log to the base 10 R naught upon R. This is your y. X is t. You know there is no c, so intercept is 0 and the slope is positive. But here slope is equal to k upon 2.303. So this is the graph according to equation 6. This is the graph according to equation 6. Now I am modifying equation 6 again. What is my equation 6? Kt upon 2.303 log to the base 10 R naught upon R. We know that log A upon B is equal to log A minus log B. So I can write log to the base 10 R naught minus log to the base 10 R. Now I'm just rearranging it. I'm taking it this side and I'm giving it this side. So minus log 10R this side, it will become plus. Plus log to the base 10R is equal to, I take it this side, minus kt upon 2.303 plus log to the base 10 R naught. This is my equation 7 I can consider. Now I will be making a graph according to your equation 7, which is again a straight line equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Now, what is y? Y-axis, log to the base 10 R. On the x-axis, I will be plotting t. You can see the intercept, the slope is negative and this is the intercept. So, negative. Slope here is equal to minus k upon 2.303 and the intercept is log to the base 10 R naught. This is the intercept. So this is how we make different graphs for the first order reaction. Now as we have done for the zero order reaction, we will be doing half-life period for first order reaction. Half-life period for first order reaction. We know what is a half-life period? T half, time in which the concentration of the reactant becomes half of the initial concentration. Again I am repeating, time in which the concentration of the reactant becomes half of the initial concentration. Now we know that according to equation 5, what is equation 5? K is equal to 2.303 upon T log R naught upon R. That is the integrated rate equation for first order reaction. We know that at T is equal to T half, R will be equal to R naught upon 2. Now, substituting these values in equation 5, K is equal to 2.303 T half log R naught upon R naught by 2. R naught and R naught gets cancelled. So equation becomes K is equal to 2.303 upon T half log to the base 10 2. T half, I take it here, 2.303 upon K, and what is the value of log 2? 0.3010. I multiply it, so T half is equal to 0.693 upon K. You can see in this expression, there is no term which represents the concentration of the reactant. No R naught is present here. K is a constant, this number is a constant. So T half for first order reaction, specifically for first order reaction, does not depend upon the initial, does not depend on the initial concentration of reactant. It is constant for a particular reaction. For a particular reaction, T half will be constant. It does not depend upon the initial concentration of the reactant. That means if I draw a graph between T half and R naught, I will get a graph like this. T half is constant. You change the concentration of R naught, T half will remain same. So for first order reaction, T half does not depend upon the initial concentration of the reactant. It is constant for a particular reaction. Thank you.